Hello, this teddygaming. Welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Tales of the Timothy, Volume 2, Issue number 39, What Wolves Wear. And with this one, it's has some interesting ideas and premises with time travel and stuff like that. But with what they do in this issue, it just feels pointless, stupid, and weird. And there's a lot of stuff like that, but at the same time there's a lot of few interesting bits in this one because it's a sequel to a story and also time travel and werewolves and multiverses and stuff like that. So this issue has a lot going for it, but it doesn't do it well. Okay, now like I just mentioned, now this story is a semi-sequel to another issue of Tales. Now the issue which is like a sequel to it is the Tales of Timothy Volume 1, I believe, Issue 3, is the issue that was adapted into a 2003 show, All Hello Thieves or something like that. It's the Halloween episode from the 2003 show, where they just sort of big blue giant statue thing. It's that story, and it's a sequel to that. And we'll be explaining a little bit more about it in just a little bit, but we do first start off with Raphael. He's on the rooftops talking to Mike. He's saying basically like no one understands them, like all hypocrites, they'll dress up as aliens and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, as soon as they see an alien, they'll run away and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it was a little bit weird and confusing to read this straight away, just because I saw on the impression that basically this was during the Volume 4 stuff, like most issues are, and, you know, with all the aliens roaming around the city, so it was a little bit weird to just go back to, like, somewhat basics in a way, but I feel like the writer for this one didn't really, like, understand what was really going on with the Turtles, just because with this bit here, he didn't, like, reference the Volume 4 stuff, but that's a little bit understandable because this takes place whatever time period it wants to make the story to take place in. But also at the same time, the writer is also making like Raph not swear. He's saying like frag and spit and so I feel like you can guess what words he was trying to say. So I don't know, I feel like the writer was trying to write a kid-friendly story, but also at the same time he wanted to push the boundaries but couldn't, or like he didn't want to push it too far. I don't know, something about it seemed a little bit weird. But then after that we do get to see Raphael. He thinks that he's seen Renette, but it turns out that it's this skeleton that gets him teleported to a potential future. And this future is one that's run by wolves and monsters, vampires, you name it, it's there. And Raphael was attacked by werewolves first, but before he's saved by this magical being. And this magical being reveals everything to him. I mean, I won't lie, I got a little bit bored here, so I can't remember exactly what he said about what actually happened. But from what I can remember, it was along the lines of basically the man who wanted to steal the statue from the All Hello Thieves story. He wanted to like send, I think he wants to go back to his time, but he can't because he's cursed. So he's bringing back the turtles to sacrifice them, and he's using that as a way to go back to his time period. I feel like that's what he said, but I feel like I might have missed a lot of parts out because I was really bored by this point. But yeah, so we do get to discover some interesting things about this part. We do get to discover that Donatello and Leonardo have already come in and they died. Michelangelo's come in, he survived, but he got turned into a werewolf and he's part of resistance or something. I mean, it was good enough of him being a werewolf. I felt like that was good enough, and like sort of like hinting to the fact that maybe he's still alive, not dead. I feel like pushing it to the fact, I feel like they're really pushing it a bit too far with what they did with Mikey. But then after that, we do get to see Raphael. He goes back to fight the man, and Mikey comes back, and then I'm not too sure what really happened here, but Raph somehow got teleported back, and they never resolved the stuff with the man trying to sacrifice or the other turtles and stuff like that. It's really weird and stupid, but Raph gets teleported back to his time period and sees Mikey and he's alright, and that's pretty much where we do leave off for the story. Now, there's a lot of stuff going for this issue, like I already said, and there's a lot of stuff in this one which I do like the sound of, and I do feel like they do a lot in this issue. I won't deny that, and I do like how they are trying to do a lot, but at the same time, I just feel like they're just, I don't know how to really describe it, because, I mean, I was not really expecting to see a sequel to the All Hallow Thieves story, just because, I mean, it was a Tales of TMNT one, like, way before this issue came out, so I was really surprised that they did a story in this, and it was quite cool to see it, and, yeah, I mean, I was really surprised by it, and in a way a little bit glad, because I also did enjoy that episode from the 2003 show, but yeah, it was just a nice surprise. But then with the whole aspects of all the other parts of this comic, so I like the idea of the other turtles dying and you know, bringing back other turtles, sacrifice. I like that idea. I think that's a pretty interesting idea. Mikey being turned into a werewolf, that's also a really great, interesting idea. But yeah, I mean, I think that the fact that they didn't do anything with it, except from just like throwing them around the room, just says a lot. That like they didn't really have too many like they didn't have like much intentions on actually using it, instead of just like having it there just because it can. And it's so annoying. And then also at the same time, because they sort of like hint to it, be like, oh no, Mikey's dead, but that was that werewolf. And it's all like, oh come on, like, so like, there's a lot of stuff in there with like Mikey stuff which is annoying, but not as bad, but it's just annoying that they did it in this kind of way. And then with what I was saying before with this issue, sort of like being all over the place, and even with like how the writer was writing all this stuff in this issue, it just seems like the writer wanted to do something really interesting and unique compared to other like told stories that are coming out, but at the same time, I don't know if it was him that was saying limitations, or it was someone else that was saying limitations, because with like the words that like Raph was using in terms of like the swear word or sort of swear words, it all seems a little bit weird, just because at this sort of time the Turtles have used so many different variety of colourful language, shall we say, and like here is like where it stops and draws a line. I do find it will be like to be a little bit weird, just because I don't know, I feel like it just seems like really weird. And then with the whole idea of what they were trying to go for in this issue, it was a great idea and a really great concept. It's just the fact that they didn't really do anything with it, and the fact that it just ends abruptly and not like actually resolving it. It just seems so weird and stupid that I do feel like there was a lot more to this story, that I feel like someone might have tampered with this one, might have interfered and like gave limitations, but I'm not too sure about that. But it does feel that way a lot, and I'm not too sure if it's the writer that's like done this on purpose, or if it is someone else. But yeah, and then even with this artwork, I mean, I won't lie, I did really enjoy this artwork. As much as I do have problems with this issue, I feel like the artwork was really on point. It was really giving me like early Mirage vibes. Like, I want to say like, ooh, like Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman kind of vibes, like Jim Lawson in a way. It was really giving me those kind of vibes, which I feel like for like a Mirage kind of like book, you need those like vibes just so that it feels like a Mirage style book. But yeah, I can't complain other than that. It was really great artwork. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this issue? Do you like it? Do you not? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this issue, I'll say that. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. If you're done, please share, let's subscribe and stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.